On December 19, 2023, a volcano on the Icelandic peninsula of Reykjanes erupted after weeks of seismic activity. Iceland is known as one of the areas with the highest volcanic activity on Earth. Today, we will explore the hidden danger behind each of these explosions. Iceland is an island located at the northwestern tip of Europe that boasts spectacular natural beauty and a rich, deep-rooted history. Its name means land of ice in the native language. However, the country is not just a vast landscape covered in ice. Rather, it offers a diverse geography, including imposing glaciers, majestic waterfalls, lava fields, and hot springs. The capital, Reykjavik, is a vibrant cultural and economic center. Icelandic culture has deep roots in the ancient Norse sagas, which tell epics of heroes and gods. This literary heritage has contributed to the country's unique identity. Although Iceland's economy was originally based on fishing, it has diversified its sources of income and excels in tourism and renewable energy. The country is a leader in geothermal and hydroelectric energy production, using its natural resources sustainably. The official language, Icelandic, has stood the test of time, retaining many features of ancient Nordic languages. The Icelandic people, deeply connected to their cultural heritage, value the preservation of their language and traditions. Nature in Iceland is a breathtaking display of contrasts and geological wonders. Situated on the mid-Atlantic ridge, the island has a unique variety of landscapes that have been shaped by geothermal activity and natural phenomena over the centuries. Glaciers are an integral part of the Icelandic landscape, with Vatnajökull being the largest in Europe. These vast expanses of ice provide a breathtaking backdrop, with icebergs floating in glacial lagoons, such as Jökulsárlón, creating a surreal environment. Lava fields, remnants of past eruptions, extend over vast areas, creating lunar-like landscapes in places like the Krafla region. The Snæfellsnes Peninsula has a variety of dramatic rock formations, such as Árnastapi and Kirkjufell, known for their unique profile. Iceland is also home to many volcanoes, some of which are active. Mount Hekla and Eyjafjallajökull are internationally known for their eruptions. Geothermal activity is evident in the presence of geysers, such as the famous geyser, and hot springs, such as the Haukadalur region, where Strókur erupts regularly. The most recent recorded eruption occurred on December 19th, when a volcano on the Reykjanes Peninsula erupted after weeks of seismic activity. The eruption began around 22 o'clock local time, following an earthquake recorded an hour earlier. The eruption was located near Hagafell, about 3 kilometers north of the town of Grindavik. The open fissure is nearly 4 kilometers long and is the fourth eruption in the area since 2021 and the largest yet. The first of these 4 eruptions took place on March 20th, 2021. The fissure was about 700 meters long in Fagradalsfjall, near the capital of Iceland, Reykjavik. The eruption was small and posed no threat to life. Lava emerged from a crack in the Earth's crust hundreds of meters long, and a series of small fountains reddened the night sky. The eruption of Iceland's Fagradalsfjall volcano in 2021 left stunning images of lava rivers and an incandescent glow visible from Reykjavik. Icelanders had been preparing for an eruption after the country experienced more than 40,000 earthquakes in a matter of weeks. The latest eruption prompted the evacuation of the fishing town of Grindavik and nearby settlements, including the famous Blue Lagoon geothermal spa. The eruption is not life-threatening, but the area is closed to traffic, and visits to the eruption site are strongly discouraged while emergency teams and scientists assess the situation. The eruption of the Reykjanes volcano was a significant event that attracted worldwide attention. The eruption was spectacular, with bursts of lava and smoke illuminating the night sky. Images taken by authorities and photographers show lava fountains up to 98 feet high, while the glow from the eruption lit up the skies in towns several kilometers away. The eruption of Iceland's Reykjanes volcano in 2023 has attracted worldwide attention. Scientists have studied the eruption to better understand how volcanoes form and how they can affect life on Earth. The eruption has also been a topic of discussion in the media and on social networks, with many people sharing photos and videos of the event. Everyone is excited but calm. We're used to it. It's Iceland and the force of nature, reassured 60-year-old Anadora, a shopkeeper in Reykjavik, about 40 kilometers, 25 miles, northeast of the volcano. This is going to be a tourist attraction. We hope it will benefit the economy, added Lukasz Robel, a native of Poland who has lived on the island for 6 years. National Geographic reports that the eruption in Iceland confirms several theories of scientists and raises new questions. A second lava outbreak in less than a year reinforces the idea that the Scandinavian country's Reykjanes Peninsula will be one of the most dynamic volcanic areas on the planet for several generations. Every volcanic eruption here provides a window into the abyss, said Dave McGarvey, a volcanologist at the University of Lancaster in the United Kingdom. The 2021 event provided insights into the personality of the peninsula's lush eruptions, from their physical behavior to their peculiar chemistry, and now this new eruption promises even more knowledge as the nascent volcano shapes the world's youngest land. Although the 2023 eruption of Reykjanes volcano is considered one of the most significant and scientifically intriguing eruptions in decades, it has also raised concerns due to the amount of lava ejected and the possibility of negative environmental and human health impacts. In addition, the Reykjanes Peninsula is currently on alert for a possible new eruption of the Grindavik volcano. It is impossible to predict the exact time, but the experience of December 18th suggests that a second eruption could occur in a few weeks. This is the time needed for the system to accumulate underground the more than 10 million cubic meters of magma needed to open a fissure in the Earth's crust last month. The Icelandic Meteorological Office expects the volcanic instability facing the peninsula where Grindavik is located to continue for decades. Earthquakes and fears of an imminent eruption have threatened the complete evacuation of the inhabitants of the Reykjanes Peninsula, the first in 50 years. After almost 800 years without eruptions on the Reykjanes Peninsula, eruptions began in 2021. It could be a new cycle of eruptions. We expect volcanic eruptions throughout the peninsula, said Matthew Roberts, CEO of the IMO headquarters in Reykjavik. What would the next eruption look like? Ruben Lopez, a volcanologist at the Geographical Institute of Spain, points out that based on past scenarios, the next eruptions could last a similar length of time, 2 or 3 days, although it could also be weeks or months. The last eruptions lasted less than a day, and then there were aftershocks in the days or weeks following the initial event, the expert said in an interview. Not only is it impossible to know exactly when the second eruption will occur, but also where it will occur. A fissure will likely open in the same area as the second eruption, but it is not ruled out that eruptive vents could open in the sea. The exact point where the magma will break through the Earth's crust and emerge cannot be determined. Another possible scenario, although less likely, is that the magma stops entering at depth and there is no eruption. If the deformation stops, the only thing that will happen is that the crust will have thickened. The island will have gotten a little bigger, and that's it, the expert explained. The recent eruptions in Iceland make us think that we need to be aware of the dangers that volcanic eruptions can pose and the need to be prepared for them. Volcanic eruptions can have serious consequences for human health and the environment, and it is important to take steps to minimize these risks. Scientists and emergency response teams are working hard to better understand volcanic eruptions and develop action plans to protect people and the environment. What do you think? Let us know in the comments.